What is going on, guys? My name is Aaron and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're following up my previous video from the Pokemon starter tier list. And today we are doing the Pokemon middle evolution tier list. Not gonna lie, I had to look up a list of all of their names. After 4th gen, it kind of gets hazy on trying to remember their names because, like I said in my previous video, which if you haven't watched, please go do so. After 4th gen, I kind of fell out of Pokemon and I wasn't really a fan of it. And I kind of picked back up later on with Black and White and things like that. So we're gonna go over, as you can see, the tiers are ranked out from the bus mon to pretty good, okay I guess, not the worst but close, and the absolute worst mon. So again, I'm not a fan of really basically any of the middle tier evolutions. There is some I'm a little biased to, especially because of the anime. But let's go ahead and rank them here. I'm just pulling up my list right now because I don't want to seem like an idiot. Alright, so it looks like starting with this guy, I'm trying to find his name, Quilladin, from Black and White, I believe. And I'm looking over all of the middle tier evolutions here. And this is a bold statement, but he's going in the worst mon. I ranked him so low in the previous starter video, and looking at everybody else, there's nobody that I absolutely hate more than Quilladin. And if I hadn't Googled his name, I wouldn't have had any idea what it would have been, even if I had to guess. I just don't like him. I don't like him. He serves no purpose for me. I'll never be on one of my teams. God, I sound like a dick, but I'm sorry if you really like Quilladin or any of those evolutions. I'm just not a fan of it at all. So, yeah, I don't know why I give him so much hate. It's almost like it almost looks like a child in like a green hairy mole costume. Yeah, just not a fan. So then moving on, we have Grottle from Gen 4, the evolution of Turtwig. So here's the thing, I made a bold claim last video that Turtwig is my favorite Pokemon starter, and I'm still sticking by that. Grottle, I'm not really that big of a fan of. Like I get to get from Turtwig to Torterra, there obviously has to be some middle ground, and like the bushes are growing on the back, and basically Torterra is a big turtle with almost like a whole continent on his shell. So I get what they're trying to go for. I'm not really a fan of the design, but basically it's a turtle with a big bushy shell. So I mean, Grottle's okay, I guess. I don't despise it. And it's pretty decent in the game. Again, prefacing in this video, I'm not talking about stats or anything like that. That's just my personal experience with them, and I guess design, because design does mean a lot for me. If I like the Pokemon's design, I probably will be biased. So Grottle is just okay, I guess. I really love Turtwig. I really enjoy Torterra, but Grottle's just gonna stay right there. Next we have, I gotta bring up my list again. Oh, Pignite. We have Pignite, which is funny because it almost sounds like one of my favorite Pokemon YouTubers, Pimp Knight. I can leave his YouTube channel in the description down below if you want to check it out if you're interested in Pokemon. He does a lot of Pokemon themed teams and wireless battles and whatnot. So Pignite, again, I think is coming from, it's coming from the same series as Quilladin. Nope, I lied. So that is from Unova, which would be Gen 5, and then Quilladin's Gen 6. So my bad on that. So Pignite, it's a lot cooler than Tepig, I think. You know, up on its hind legs now, almost looks like almost like a little gladiator pig, like he's ready to fight. So it's pretty cool. I prefer it than Tepig. He has little gauntlets on his arms. Looks like he's ready to fight, which, you know, when I'm playing this Pokemon, I like attacking mons. I don't like moves that, like, you know, raise your defense and special defense and things like that. So Tepig, or not Tepig, Pig Knight. Pig Knight is a pretty decent design. Again, I don't think I ever played as Pig Knight. But I'm gonna say he's okay, I guess. I don't think he's good enough to be pretty good, mainly because I probably just don't have any experience with him. But yeah, he's just okay. And then we have Grovyle. So Grovyle from the anime, yeah, you know, when Ash had him, just absolutely amazing. Grovyle, I think I prefer Grovyle over Trico and his final evolution Sceptile. Grovyle is just, it's so cool. It's like, you know, if you watch the anime, he's so sassy, but like, he's so, he's like so strong, and the anime really helped. And I remember when I evolved him in my Pokemon game, Ruby and Sapphire, I think, yeah, is where he came in. Just absolutely adored him, and I loved him. I'm looking over the other mons because I don't want to make a bold claim just yet. No, actually, no, I think I have to. I think out of this list, Grovyle is the best mon. There's just something about him and his leaf blade in the anime. It's absolutely amazing. Grovyle is on a completely different tier than all the rest, just because between the anime and the game, and just the fact that he's cooler than his starter and final evolution, just puts him leaps and bounds beyond, I think, everybody else on this list. And then moving on, we have this like little grass worm thing with legs, Servine. So I remember for my Gen 5 game, I did pick Snivy, and then when I evolved to Servine, I'm just like, oh, okay, it's, you know, unique. It's almost like a little duck with little feet, but it's grass and has like a V, a golden V collar, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Servine here, or really its final evolution. So it's not the worst, but it's close. You know, the grass starters, they're okay, but when they get to their middle evolution, it's just kind of, okay, you were okay, but now you're kind of going downhill a little bit, and it's actually kind of sad. So Servine is not the worst, but it is close. But when I say but close, nothing's gonna come close to Quilladin. I'm sorry. If you really like Quilladin, I don't like him. That might be unpopular. He's not good. He's not good. Then we have Combuskin. Combuskin, basically a kickboxing chicken. So Torchic kind of grew a human body and got bigger feet. Combuskin's good. You know, playing it in the game, you know, when you evolve from Torchic, you get to move Double Kick, which is absolutely amazing to help out. It's a fighting type move, so, you know, it can help out a lot with steel types and rock or ground types. So it's a very nice Pokemon to have in the game, especially because you get that move Double Kick. The design, obviously I get, again, to get from Torchic to Blaziken, you have to have a middle evolution. Combuskin's okay. I mean, I go as far to say he's pretty good. Just because I'm biased for Blaziken, and, you know, you can see where it's gonna change, especially when he evolves. So yeah, just based on him in the game and playing with him in the game, pretty good. He's definitely not the best, but he's not just okay. He's just pretty good in my heart. Next we have Ivysaur. So Ivysaur, kind of biased because Ivysaur is in Smash Brothers. And I do enjoy playing as Ivysaur, and the more I've grown and really you know, dived into Pokemon more, the more I've come to respect and enjoy Ivysaur's presence and design. Especially because Bulbasaur is so cute. And then we get to Venusaur, which that is another opinion for another video. Yeah. So Ivysaur, I think, is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not just okay, because Bulbasaur is great, Ivysaur is okay, and then, you know, we got Venusaur, which we'll touch base on that one later. But Ivysaur is really cool, especially because he is in Smash, which I'm surprised about, because of all the Pokemon to put into Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's really neat that they put in Ivysaur in there. Now, granted, I know he was in the game before with Pokemon Trainer, not just in Smash Ultimate. I get that. I am still surprised that Ivysaur was one of those Pokemon. And if you can play with him, he does perform very well. So I'm biased because he's in that. So Ivysaur, pretty good. And then we have Wartortle. Wartortle, I'm just gonna say right now, I think he's pretty good as well. I really like the design of him. Not really sure why he gets the the wing ears and the very floofy like tail, but I'm not complaining. Wartortle it's pretty cool. You have Squirtle, who's pretty cute, and then you have Blastoise at the end, who's a complete badass, and then Wartortle's like, yeah, I'll pick a fight, I'll bully somebody, and and I don't mind Wartortle's design at all, which I'm very surprised about, because a lot of the Middle Evolutions designs, I feel kind of just fall through the weeds, just because the creators are like, okay, how do we get from point A to point C with point B? And again, I'm not sure why they gave him like the wings looking like parts on his ears and tail, but I'm not complaining. It's just it's a unique design, and I really enjoy Wartortle's design. Not as good as Squirtle or Blastoise, but still pretty good. And then for the next Pokemon, we need to unlock my phone here. We have, what is that? Duat, okay. So Oshawot's evolved form from Gen 5, from the Unova region. So, the thing with Duat's pretty cool. I mean, Oshawott was really cute, and then its final evolution, which again, we'll talk about in a later video, completely changes. So, from point A to point C, with the Oshawott, Duat, Samurott line, I don't understand how they got from Oshawott to the final evolution Samurott, because Duat, right here in the middle, makes sense from Oshawott, but then from Duat to Samurott, doesn't make any sense at all. In my opinion, I don't know what like animal they were going off of. It looks like a gopher, so I kind of just assume it's a gopher-like thing, gopher seal or something. But it's really cool. It looks like it's not a water fighting Pokemon, but in the stance and design that it's in, it does look like it. Pretty cool. It's not as cute as Oshawott, but I like how it almost has like a little kilt looking thing, and he looks like he's ready for a fight. So I never played with Duat, but I think the design alone is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna put him up there right with Wartortle. I'm sorry. I just want to throw this out there. My schedule does get kind of busy, and I kind of just like to do these videos in one fell swoop. So there's not really going to be many edits whatsoever. So, just take it for what it's worth, and I'm sorry. Just enjoy. So moving on, we have Marshtomp from Generation 3 with Torchic, or in this case, Combuskin and Grovyle. Marshtomp, pretty good. Its eyes are pretty beady, just like yellow and then like a black dot. There's been some memes about him that I've seen with Marshtomp. So Mudkip Marshtomp, and then it's Sobble, and then Sobble's like middle evolution, which obviously hasn't been out yet. I don't really know where I'm going with this. Marshtomp is just okay, I guess. I get that it's their design. And they have to, again, get from point A to point C with Mudkip and Swampert. But I don't really have an opinion. If you can't tell, on Marshtomp, he's just kind of okay. I don't really think I picked the Mudkip, Marshtomp, and then the final evolution in the game. So, sorry, Marshtomp's just kind of all over the place. He's just okay, in my opinion. Quilava is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. I really like the change from Cyndaquil to Quilava. One of my favorites is just the design is cool. I remember it from the anime pretty well, and it's a good Pokemon to fight with. And Quilava looks so cute too. So it's like it's just really good. In fact, it's so good, I am gonna push it up, I think, just underneath Grovyle. It's just amazing. It's on its hind legs. It's got fire everywhere. It's just, yeah, Quilava is pretty nice. And like I said, if I can remember their names, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. And then next, okay, so speaking about remembering names, gotta bring this back up here. So, from the Kalos region in Generation 6, we have Braixen. Braixen. So, if you guys remember from the last video, that little fennec fox, basically, it grew legs and got a stick. That's basically all that happened. But I get it, because it makes sense from the evolutions how it changes. So the design makes sense. The Pokemon's pretty decent. I did not pick Fennekin or play with Braixen. So Braixen is just okay. Also, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing the name right. It's Braixen. Braixen. I know that's not right. I think it is Braixen. So Braixen's just okay. And then moving on from Generation 4, my favorite generation, we have Monferno. Monferno, the evolved form of Chimchar. Chimchar is obviously very cute and a very good Pokemon. And then I think I did play Diamond and Pearl one time where I did pick Chimchar. Because when that game came, when Diamond and Pearl came out for the DS, which I think was the first DS Pokemon game as far as a new Pokemon generation story, I picked Chimchar because I remember seeing from the preview on TV that the attack animations were different. So I think I seen Chimchar with like Ember or Flamethrower, and it absolutely blew my mind. So I think at one point I did pick Chimchar, and then when I evolved it to Monferno, I was just like, ooh, yeah, not a fan of this design. I think it's just because of the blue face. I think the blue face threw me off. It looks like he's wearing a mask. I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to, he's okay. I was gonna put him in not the worst but close, but then looking at it, I put Pignite in the okay, I guess. Whereas I feel like, so here's my thing. Monferno is better than Pignite. No, now I'm gonna rank him like this. I'll rank him correctly at the end, but I'm trying to think, like, okay, if Pignite isn't okay, I guess, but so is Monferno. Monferno is better than Pignite, so I obviously have to put him ahead of that. So I'll do that at the end if I see fit. Oh, also, just letting you guys know, sorry if it was confusing last video that I only ranked the Pokemon from their generation. I feel like that was just a lot easier, so I could really give my opinion on every single generation. Whereas with this one, I'm actually ranking them how I see them and how I view them in multiple tiers. Just because the previous video was easy because they were the generation starters, so I wanted to rank them accordingly. Whereas in this one, I don't really care for the middle evolutions, so it was easy for me to rank them from the best, a few tiers, and then to the worst. just all together instead of generation by generation. Because, like I said, after 4th generation, so from 4th to 7th? No, from 5th to 7th, I don't really have a good opinion on them, so I just want to kind of rank them all together. So then, with that being said, moving on to Croconaw. So Croconaw from Generation 2, the evolved form of Totodile. Again, Totodile, I did pick Totodile, really enjoyed Totodile. Croconaw was okay, pretty decent. It really made him look like a dinosaur, which was really cool. I really enjoy his back sprite in the game. Yeah, Croconaw's not bad, especially because I think I prefer Croconaw over Feraligatr, its final evolution, but I prefer Totodile above both of them. So Croconaw, I would say Croconaw's pretty good. Really enjoyed it. Really dinosaur-esque, even though it's like obviously supposed to be an alligator. I like its like a diamond pattern almost on its belly. It's just a really uniquely designed Pokemon. I think it was very wise how they did from Totodile to Croconaw to Feraligatr at the end. So I'm just very pleased with the design. Charmeleon. Okay, so the thing with Charmeleon, obviously Charmander's great, Charizard is absolutely amazing. Overhyped, but amazing. Yeah. Charmeleon's gotta go in the not the worst, but close. But above Servine. Charmeleon just, I'm not a fan of it, especially like, I get it's part of his skull, but that just point in the back of his head, I don't understand why that's a thing. And I remember Charmeleon from the anime, and I remember Charmeleon being a total badass, but it's just not. It's just okay. So I keep looking at this, so I need to do it. So Charmeleon's gonna go there, and Pignite. Nope, that's fine. Pignite is gonna go there. Yeah, but you get a low okay, I guess. But yeah, I keep looking at Pignite, and I don't have enough of opinion of Pignite to solely base it on its design. So Pignite got booted down. Sorry, you Pignite lovers. I guess I am kind of biased because Charmeleon is from Generation 1, which obviously started the love of Pokemon, so it gets the okay, I guess, rank, and then Pignite, I just kept looking at it, I'm just like, it's gotta go down. It's gotta go down. And the thing with these videos, too, and that continues, so I'm sorry, I watch them myself even after I upload them, and I'm just like, I go back and I'm like, do I agree with these myself? And sometimes I'm just like, well, why did I put this person here, and whatnot? But I'll make sure that everybody's in its place accordingly. So next we have Detrix, and the only reason I remember Detrix's name, again, Detrix is the evolved form of Rowlet from Pokemon Sun and Moon, so Generation 7, yeah. Detrix is, I think, an amazing design. I love the change from Rowlet to Detrix. I wish Detrix would just stay Detrix forever and would not have to evolve into a Decidueye. Just a very fancy burb, very fancy owl. I absolutely loved it. I like his little hair feather swoosh in the front of his face, and I like his little grass bow tie. And it looks like he's just wearing a suit, and I absolutely love Detrix. Grovyle just slightly, and I mean slightly, takes the edge over Detrix. Detrix, as soon as I evolved Rowlet, I did know, and I did see what, when Pokemon Sun and Moon was like announced, I did see Rowlet's evolved form to Detrix. I'm just like, oh my god, Detrix is my guy. So, in my previous video, I said I ended up boxing Decidueye in Pokemon Sun and Moon, which I've never done with a starter, but I grinded Detrix, and I was sad when Detrix evolved, and I know I had the opportunity to not evolve it, but I was just like, well, I want to proceed further through the game, and I don't want just Detrix, and I just want a tougher Pokemon, which I ended up boxing So I was very, very sad about that, but Dietrich's deserves so much love. Not as good as Grovyle, but very close second. And then, along with Pokemon Sun and Moon, there's Torracat, which is getting the lowest of the low, not the worst, but close. Torracat's design, absolutely not a fan of. Like, I get it. Litten is a cat, Torracat is a cat, and then Incineroar is like a fighting, like a big fighting cat, okay? So they're all cats, I get it. But Torracat, there's just something about the design that I absolutely do not like. I don't know if it's just the spike in the middle of his head. Like, if we just remove that, I feel like it would look better. And I get it's just a cat. Why don't I like the design of this? It's just, I just don't know. I think Torracat really embodies, like, the awkward middle evolution. Like, again, I've said this multiple times, but you have to get from point A to point C. Right? You have Litten, absolutely adorable cat, and then you have Torracat, which I feel like maybe they should have put it like on its hind legs, sort of to start, because Incineroar is fully hind legs. Like, fully hind legs, fighter, absolutely love Incineroar, and I think it's just disappointment. But it's just a cat. It's just a cat. I don't know why I don't like Torracat's evolution. I just really don't. It's something. It's just nothing against Torracat. It's just something with the design that strikes me as, oh my god, I don't fucking like you. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm so passionate about my hate for Torracat. I'm sorry, but I just do not like it. I just don't like it. Not as bad as Quilladin here, but a very close second. So then moving on from Generation 5, I believe it is. Bear with me here a moment. No, Generation 6 from Kalos, we have Frogadier, the evolved form of Froakie. Frogadier is really cool. I really like its poofy cloud-like scarf. It's just a really suave frog. So from Froakie to Frogadier, pretty decent, I would say. Really looks like he's actually grew up, whereas the others are just some of the others are just kind of like, okay, you grew legs and some spikes. But very cool transition from Froakie to Frogadier, and then obviously Greninja at the end. But I absolutely love Froakie's design. So I think he's gonna come up here underneath Quilava. But above Combuskin. Again, just very cool design. A lot of these is from design or are based on design just because I don't have a lot of experience with them. Whereas with Froakie, I actually do. So when the Frogadier, I actually do. So when Froakie evolved into Frogadier, I was like, oh, this is really cool. But I obviously was shooting for Greninja, which Greninja now is kind of overhyped, especially because of the anime. But yeah, I really honestly like Froakie. Then moving on to Prinplup from Generation 4, my favorite generation, which I know I already said. We have Prinplup, the evolved form of Piplup, the cute little blue penguin, if you remember from the last video. So the deal with Prinplup, looks like he's wearing a fancy suit, very fancy boy/girl penguin Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, he has like razor sharp fins, wearing a suit. I like his little, so to his beak, it connects to his beak, so it's almost like his ears. They almost look like metal, I don't know, like metal plates in his head, the yellow part. I don't know, I really like Prinplup's design. And again, from Piplup to Prinplup, very nice transition. And then from Prinplup to Empoleon, again, a very nice transition as well. Very happy with this middle tier evolution. I think he's going to go right below Froakie. Then next, from Generation 2, from Chikorita, which, funny story for you. So Tara obviously watches my videos, which I'm very thankful for, so thank you very much, Tara. She watched my Pokemon starter tier list, and she's like, how dare you put Chikorita at the bottom? And I said, she didn't say it like that. She's just like, how dare you? How dare you put Chikorita, this cute Pokemon, at the worst of Generation 2? And I just like, it wasn't my favorite. So Tara and I have some differing opinions, but Bayleaf, the evolved form of Chikorita, I actually really enjoy. It's my favorite of the evolution line of Chikorita. So from Chikorita to Bayleaf, absolutely amazing. From Bayleaf to Meganium, absolutely amazing. Not necessarily the biggest fan of Meganium, but with that being said, Bayleaf, I really enjoy the concept. I didn't find out, because I was a kid when I obviously played, the Generation 2 Pokemon series games. I didn't realize that Bayleaf is actually a thing, like a seasoning. I put it in my chicken noodle soup. It's really good. Sorry, Bayleaf. Bayleaf, I don't put you in my soup. Just talking about you in the Pokemon context. And in the Pokemon context, especially in the anime, very, very nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then lastly, from Pokemon Sun and Moon, we have Brionne. Okay. So, Brionne. Obviously, you guys, if you watch my previous video, know my opinion on Popplio. Brionne, yeah, it's a cute design. I get it's like a mermaid seal now, whereas the previous evolution was like a clown seal. So from Popplio to Brionne, okay. From Brionne to Primarina, absolutely amazing. I feel like those two go together more than Popplio and Brionne. But Brionne's design is not bad. I think what's weighing me down the most is just that I don't really like Popplio, but I do pretty much enjoy Primarina, the final evolution. So Brionne is kind of middle of the pack, but I mean, I'll give it the okay, I guess. Don't really have a lot of experience with Brionne. The only experience I really have with it is that in Pokemon Sun and Moon, I picked Rowlet, so my rival picked Brionne. And Brionne's really cool typing at the end because it is water fairy type, which is a really neat combination. And I think in like Pokemon like gaming tournaments, like Pokemon gaming tournament battles, I think Primarina is used a decent bit. It's just a really unique typing. You can really put its stats wherever you want. And again, I know it's not about stats, it's just about my personal experience with Pokemon. And I think, looking at everybody, I've done them justice. If I would have to move anybody, I would probably move up Croconaw. I'd say underneath Bayleaf, I'd move Combuskin down. Ivysaur, Wartortle. Yeah, I mean, Combuskin maybe above that. Looking at these guys, Charmeleon can go up. Now, I think looking at these, I'm pretty happy. So, with that being said, this is another Pokemon tier list video done and over with. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite Pokemon middle tier evolution or middle evolution Pokemon is. I'd really be interested to see how you guys' opinions match up with mine. If you agree, let me know. If you don't agree, again, let me know. Like and share my video. Subscribe. Next video is probably going to be the Pokemon Final Evolution tier list, which I'm really excited about because I really just wanted to get this one out of the way because they're just not my favorite, but I feel like it needed to be done. And if you have any suggestions for future tier list videos, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to do them. So with that being said, on behalf of myself, Tara, Donnie, Jasmine, Marie, Speedy, and Orlando, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.